time, but it's not the taking part. Alan Thompson whips the corner in, and Bold is in there, and so is Hudson. And Celtic strike first. Ferguson. Oh, and the Obby's header might just give Lowenkrantz a chance. He has taken it. Peter Lowenkrantz. What? It's at the Celtic end of Hampden Park. It's Neil Lennon who whips it in, and Boulder's there. He's done it. Boulder. Celtic rise to the occasion. You can feel the tension at this moment around Hampden Park. It's Barry Ferguson! Oh yes! The captain shows the way! The tail, Lowenkrantz! Yes, there is! Peter Lowenkrantz! It had to be him! Unable to see off Celtic. Barry Ferguson shows the watching world that Rangers have won the Scottish Cup.
Hard to watch, isn't it? Well, that was the last time Celtic and Rangers played against each other in a Scottish Cup final, 2002. And final score 3-2 to Rangers with a 90th minute goal from Lowenkrantz. And you couldn't get much more sick than that. Interesting fact for you, that was the last time we lost a Scottish Cup final in over 20 years. Losing 3-2 to Rangers, we went on after that to win 10 Scottish Cups. Rangers winning 4. So we had the last laugh, but not against them. So it's a bit of revenge coming up here. It's a bit of bad blood. And as we all know, Rangers, they've won the League Cup. It's a race for who can get a double at the end of the season. Now, a double with a league is a lot more impressive than a League Cup and a Scottish Cup, but it's a hard pill to swallow for us if they get the Scottish Cup and the League Cup and we're just stuck with the league. We're heavy favourites coming into this game. Judging by 3 wins and a draw in the last 4 times we've played them, you know, going in with that sort of form, we're going to be favourites. Now, it's a game where it's going to be half Celtic fans, half Rangers fans, which we haven't had in either side with Celtic Park, Ibrox. We don't get that because of the arrangement they have at the minute. I don't know if they're going to change that for next season, but personally I prefer that. I prefer the fans sitting from each end. It provides a better atmosphere, more even game, more fiery game. But for me, I think the key elements are going to come from Matt O'Reilly. I think he's been incredible this season. I think some of the play he's been doing is top notch, and I think we have to try everything in our power to hold on to him in the summer, because I think, especially going into Europe next season, he's going to be carrying us, I think, in that midfield. I think Hatate, he's been underwhelming this season. Not a patch on his season last. Now, I know that he got an injury, but he doesn't seem to be that playmaking midfielder as before. He's still without a doubt the first teamer, but that's more to do with we have nothing on the bench in terms of central midfielders that could replace him. We play a midfield 3. We've got Cal McGregor, O'Reilly and Hatate. We used to have Turnbull, but sure, Turnbull, he wouldn't have replaced him either, would he? So I think that's a bit of that as well, a bit of lack of competition, but I think O'Reilly's going to be key for us. I think Jamesy Forrest, I think it's going to be his game. It's one of them ones where it's written on the stars. The form he's found the last 5 or 6 games, he's looking like his old self, isn't he? He's looking like the Jamesy of maybe about 5 years ago. And him with Maeda on the other side, it's just going to be too strong for Rangers, I feel. Kyogo, he was missing a bit in the last game between the two of us, and I was saying to my mate, he was saying, Kyogo, he goes missing too often, but I says he makes up for it when he does turn up. You know what I mean? He might miss a game or two, but certainly when he turns up, he's getting hat tricks, he's getting doubles. And Rangers, we all know he turns up. I think he's out Hunskelped Dembele at this point, hasn't he? So he's a true Hunskelper. So I think it could be his game here. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get on the score sheet as well. If I was to talk from a Rangers perspective, I'd be thinking the smarter option is you don't go toe-to-toe with us. I think Rangers managers to get put under pressure by the fans to try and treat it like it's an even playing field, like you can go toe-to-toe. But I think it'll just leave it too open for us. I think they're gonna, if they're smart, they're gonna be playing counter-attacking football. Not parking the bus, but definitely defensive-minded. I think Lundstrom, he's gonna be a cert to be in that midfield again. Which I know he was sent off in the last game, but no Scottish Cup final. It won't play, so he'll be able to play. But he was a dirty bastard in that last game, and I don't know if I was the only one who's seen this, but Andy Walker was on commentary, and the shite that was coming out of his mouth, chatting, saying never even a yellow, never even a free kick, was the way he was chatting. No, I think he says it was a free kick. But no, that's a tackle you get away with back in the day. Never even a yellow, never even a yellow. This is meant to be a former Celtic man, and he's seeing somebody stick their foot clean through somebody's leg, a Celtic player's leg, and he's thinking, get up basically. I don't know behind the scenes if he was ran from Celtic, or he's had bad blood, his career didn't go the way he planned at Celtic. But whatever it was, he's a bitter wee cunt anytime he's on commentary with Celtic. But that's me drifting off course. I think we're going to score a bit more than the last ones. I think we're going to get 3. But I think Rangers, they're definitely going to get a goal. They've definitely got a goal or 2 in them. I think it's going to be either 3-1 or 3-2 to Celtic. It's going to be a high scoring one. I think for this whole season we haven't been able to keep clean sheets. But I think we've got it in our locker to outscore them. Now, if I was putting a bet on it, I would do 3-1 to Celtic, which is with Bet365, 14-1 at the minute. Now, as we tenner on that'd be 150, along with your 140 with your 10 back, and 2-1 scoreline to Celtic is 15-2. Now, I don't think that's worth the risk, because I don't think the reward's high enough for taking the chance on it, because the odds of it being 2-1 again is very unlikely. So in terms of safe bet, I think under 6.5 cards in the game, because in the last 4 outings between the two teams, there has been only one game where the cards have went over that. Now you're getting odds of 5-6 regardless if you pick over or under, but it shouldn't be the case. 5-6 should not be the case for the odds being the same over or under, because it's the last 3 times it's been under. So and the beauty is you can include that in the accumulator with your bet, so you can put under 6.5 cards, Celtic to win and both teams to score, and what's the last one I put on? Kyogo to get one shot, and I'm telling the truth on this, one shot on target. If you put on 11, you get 4, right? And put on an accumulator. With that, you're shotting 15 to 1. So that's under 6.5 cards. Both teams to score, Celtic to win, and Kyogo to get one shot on target. Do you think he can manage that? In terms of yellow cards, I think your safest bet, if Lundstrom is playing, you go with him obviously, but I think 21 to 10 odds on Cal McGregor getting a yellow card is actually very good, because you think about the last few games, he goes in for tackles, doesn't he? Like, you know, I think even Matt O'Reilly's 4 to 1 on a yellow. And even though he's a playmaker, he goes at players. Like, I think if you're gonna include them in an accumulator, at least for Celtic, to have our worst odds players, Alistair Johnson at 11 to 10 and Greg Taylor 11 to 10. I think Cal McGregor is the most likely, and 21 to 10 is he's probably the safest one if you're going down that route. But all in all, Celtic, I think they'll edge over Rangers in this one, as they always do. It's going to be tight. I think we can do it in 90 minutes, but we've got the better squad. If it goes to extra time, we know what we can do. Heaven forbid it goes penalties. We know who's taking the last spot kick. It'll be Joe Hart, and in his last game for Celtic, he wins us the Scottish Cup with a penalty. Couldn't you imagine it? Wouldn't it be great? I was raging when he missed that penalty. That match, was it the semis? Or no, it was quarters one. It was like Livingston or something. But when he stepped up, you just thought he had it in the back of the net. But fair play to him for saving the shots after. But if it does go to penalties, I think he has the character. He'll go for it again. But as I say, I don't think so. I think we'll have this one in the bag. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hail hail.